countries in conflict.
We are where
In 1980,
Master
Sergeant Samuel Doe
is now in charge.
he's taken over. He walked into the executive mansion.
Shot the president.
Whose name was William Talbert. William Talbert. By the way, the president Talbot had been president for like a year and change. Before that, there was a president called William Tubman from 1944 to 1971.
Okay. Almost 30 years.
Can you imagine? 1944 to
3
71.
centuries.
3 decades.
Oh, you only decades.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
One president.
10 years is decade.
Yes.
100.
100 is a century, yeah.
50.
50 is half a century.
Jubilee.
Okay. 1,000.
Millennium.
So Talbot dies, Tubman takes over 71. 71 to 80.
80.
Doe has taken over in the coup. Relations with America start deteriorating. Doe is Mandingo. First time Mandingos are in power.
Yes.
Of
They are
course,
happy.
They're joyful. The American Liberians are panicking. They flee, and here's the irony. They're fleeing to the country that had taken them as slaves.
They're fleeing back to America.
Can you imagine the irony? You have come back on your own to your country in Africa. Now the Mandingos have taken over. What are you doing?
You're running back to where you were slaves.
You're being persecuted and running back to where you were slaves. So, fast forward, right? I want to finish this story today because it's amazing. Fast forward, 1986. You know the story, Jalas? Jeff applies for a job as a flight attendant.
Yes.
Along with 10,000 other Kenyans.
Yes.
40 are selected to go to Miami, Florida.
Yes.
Pan American World Airways.
Yes.
Or just plain Pan Am Flight Academy. The route, Nairobi, Lagos, Monrovia, Dakar, New York. Monrovia, after our training, would be our home away from home. This is our station. Monrovia is our station.
So you are going to leave in Liberia
For like 3-4 days, or as the plane goes to New York and then comes back this way, lands in Monrovia, we take over the plane, bring it to Nairobi. Monrovia, this same country, Liberia, was our home. So that's where we're living. But at the airport, remember the airport I said was one of the longest in Africa? It's about 3.5 miles long. Huge airport.
because NASA could land anytime.
Anytime. By the way, that airport was in the equivalent of Machakos. It was about 70 kilometers from the capital, Monrovia, in a place called Robertsfield. In fact, it's called Robertsfield International Airport, named after, I think, the 12th president of Liberia, Robertsfield. President Roberts, so Robertsfield, right? It was about 70 kilometers away. So once in a while, we would be able to travel to Monrovia, but it was far. It was a desolate road. It was a fantastic road infrastructure, but it was dark at night and it didn't feel safe at times. So here's the deal. As we're working as flight attendants, a lot of Liberians will be commuting between Monrovia and Lagos, right? One such time, we're on the plane and we're serving this man, and we give him the usual service, because we Kenyans, natural at work. We're doing this service, and at the end of the service, we land in Monrovia. He's getting out of the plane and says, "Here's my card. That's great, sir. Best service I've ever had, and I've flown around the world. Thank you so much. Please thank your crew." I didn't even look at the card. I put it in my pocket because passengers were coming off and we were getting off the plane. We get to the hotel. We're hanging out. We're debriefing. We're in the bar at the hotel. I'm 20 years old. We're in the bar. And I decide, let me look at the card. I look at the card. It says, Emanuel Shaw III, Minister of Finance, Liberia.
Hey!
Emanuel Shaw III, meaning the first was his grandfather, the second was his father, he was the third. I said, oh, wow, interesting. Okay, he enjoyed it. Boom. Literally 5 minutes after I'd looked at the card, waiter comes up to me and says, "There's some soldiers at the reception here to see you." I said, "For what?" He said, they're just there. Come. So I walk out with my crew. Obviously, they want to know what's going on. There's some soldiers.
Where's this now? This is in...
Monrovia. Get to the reception. They say, "Are you Mr. Jeff?" I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "We've been sent by Mr. Emanuel Shaw to take you to Monrovia to entertain you for treating him so well." This is about midnight, because we've landed at 10:30 at night. Midnight, they're there. And I look at the crew and I say, hey, man, you guys want to come? We're 20 years old. You want to try? And they said, well, we were about 10 of us, right? 10 in the crew. About 6 said yes. Outside, there's about 5, 6 SUVs at the time. Into them. Boom. Straight to Monrovia. At the speed they're going, because there's no traffic or anything in the military, it took us about 30, 45 minutes. We get to Monrovia, through the streets and into the part of town, the Mothaiga of Monrovia then. It was called Hotel Africa. Man, Jalas. We get there. It's been arranged at the hotel. Suites for all of us. Kila mtu ana suite. We were told, freshen up. We're going down to the casino and the disco. DJ T-Boy would have loved this place. Get down below. In the dungeons, there's a disco, there's entertainment, everything. We're taken straight. Like you go to Kiza and Ali puts you at the VIP.
Yeah.
We'll put at the VIP. We're 20 years old. And there, sitting at the VIP is Emanuel Shaw the Third. And he says, guys, I just wanted to say thank you for your service. Enjoy yourselves.
Kitu, piga kitu.
Pause.
Drink.
Pause. But I'm digressing here because this was 1986.
Yes.
Right? Remember?
Yeah.
1986. That same year, soldiers who were opposed to Samuel Doe revolted and attempted a coup. They were led by a captain called Thomas Kwiwonkpa. I remember the name. I was reading the papers when I was young. Thomas Kwiwonkpa took over for a few hours, and then he was fought back. Doe fought back, and they captured Kwiwonkpa in the streets of Monrovia, and they split his chest open, took out his heart, and drank it in public to show anyone that if you try this, we will come and possess you all the way. The soldiers, and they put his body in a wheelbarrow and were parading it up and down as they were drinking from the guy's heart. Thomas Kwiwonkpa. That's when the world said, you know what, Doe is going crazy.
The Hot Breakfast with Jeff and Jelano.